Hello everyone. Today I am reviewing the Ritsuka Saeki in summer uniform. This is from the Sousai Shojo Teien, as I call it, the SST line of action plastic model kits from Kotobukiya. This is a strange line that they released recently. I don't have all of them yet. They are kind of expensive for what they are, but they are highly detailed and very fun to build. Um, they are a welcome relief from the tedium of Gundam, and even some of the girl kits where you have to have the same body type and add and the additional armor that goes on top of them. Not saying that all of them are drag or anything like that, because obviously I still love to build Gundam and I really love the girl kits. I'm just saying these ones are a different take on this line. So, I mean, most of them being Mecha Musume, they are going to be either robotic girls or girls with robot parts on them. So you tend to see a lot of the same type of thing. In any case, this one is based off of a high school girl friend group. And these gals are friends. There's a radio drama on YouTube if you want to look that up. It isn't translated as far as I know, so you'd have to know Japanese to find out exactly what they're talking about. But there is a write-up here on the instruction manual. I'll go ahead and read this. So, she's from the St. Iris Girls' School, and her name is Ritsuka Saeki, a young lady who was spoiled by parents and older brother. Okay, so I did use Translate for this, and it goes, swallows quickly and is dexterous with hands, well-versed in subcultures thanks to her older brother who has hobby-related hobbies. Again, I did use Translate, so I'm not sure if that means exactly what I think it means. But her current interests seem to be singing and dancing. She's often approached by boys from other schools, but she is not yet interested in romance and feels that playing with other girls is more fun for now. She's definitely a beautiful gal. I think her expressions are very big. She comes with 4 faces, and like Madoka before her, she actually has 3 heads in the box, so you can build it with this hairstyle, which I think is the best of the group, with this large ponytail with the loose strands. I really love the bigness of the hair that they come out with on this series so far. She doesn't want to stand very easily. That hair is actually very heavy for her head. Thankfully, she does come with the stand, but I wanted to show you these other face plates and hair. So, like I said, very big hair, and yeah, it's a wonderful line where it comes to detail. There's a lot of work put into this hair to make her look beautiful, and I would say a little bit more realistic than the over-the-top anime girls of Megami Device and Frame Arms Girl. Here's the other one. This one's a little more embarrassed, determined, focused. I really like these braids. They're really cool, really detailed. Those little bows there will definitely need to be painted, but she does look great in that hairstyle. And that one also comes with a couple of straight pieces so they can be just relaxed instead of how they are, which is like more flowing. Still really cool that it's optional as well. And the last face piece is this one here. Let's see, hard for me to grip them in this cold weather. I like this one, but I think I like the other one better. In any case, all of those face plates are swappable with the hairstyles that you saw. It's as easy as pulling out this front piece, and you go ahead and take off her faceplate. So this gal's obviously a pretty big girl. This one is a 110 scale compared to some of the other ones that are in 112, roughly speaking. Again, they most of the frame arms girls and the Megami devices aren't in any scale. This one here is supposed to be in 110 scale, so any 110 scale stuff that you find out there should fit these gals in particular very well. That was kind of a missed opportunity, I think, because 112, at least here in the US, is a dollhouse scale. It's a very common dollhouse scale, and a lot of things are made in 112 scale that are accessories for cute girl stuff. I think that was a little bit of a oof, but the 112 stuff that's out there should actually fit on her pretty well, because even though she is in 110, she's rather small for it. And I'll show you what I mean by that in the size comparison at the end of toward the end of the video. So for her, I wanted to show you the articulation, but first let me show you what the booklet looks like. Let's move her out of the way, because I know I'm going to knock her over. Alright, so this is the instruction manual. Go ahead and flip this open and show you what's in it. There are a couple of full color pages here. These are some of the ideas that they have. You can reproduce anything that you like with painting. You can swap out the hairstyles and clothes with the other gals. That is, well, you just go ahead and take a look at the decals, but I will show you those after. Couple of the hairstyles and face combinations. Now, most of this is not in color, but you do get the really cute Madoka explaining to you the details and hazards of putting things together. Here's the instructions for the heads, the skirts, the backpack, which I didn't show you guys yet. Some ideas that you can do. You can swap out the head for Megami device with an included ball, and the frame arms girls fit straight on. So you can swap out those heads for the look of those designs. And then some posing that you can do. There's a little write-up there for how to do water slide decals. And then something neat that I saw on the Madoka one as well is this black and white picture here that you can actually use as a color guide for when you're painting. So you think you would just scan this in, you can actually color everything in a computer and go from there. Or you can paint her as they suggest here. So this is a pretty neat little booklet. There were actually some errors in this one. This one here is the color setup for all the sprues that you get. So you can see there's quite a lot there. I don't know why that wasn't in the book. And then here is the it says error notice and apology. They do tell you how to put that part in correctly, but there's only one there. So I am a fan of full color booklets, but I understand that it does cost more when you're going through things like that. So I definitely understand them not doing it. So yeah, along with the Ritsuka here, they did include quite a few water slide decals for eyes. I am surprised they didn't include any for blushes, because that's something that all of the faceplates that are here actually have. Wow, it's windy. You can see, she actually has blushes there. But that's not too easy. That's not too difficult to reproduce with a little bit of paint and a little bit of patience. So it's not anything that I can't do. So in addition to the girl and the faceplates, the decal sheet, You also get this nice backpack that pegs into her back. These wrap around her shoulders, obviously, as a backpack does. It does need some detail, but it is a really cool right out of the box, a really nice accessory. And these are cloth ribbons here, so it is a very soft feel, very easy to pose with. I'll put that on her in a little bit. There is also a movement style dress, so this skirt here goes on instead of the one that's on her, and it makes it look like she is more active, which is really cool. I like that. She also comes with a little cell phone, which you can adorn with your own water slide decals. You can make the screen black because obviously it's just a white piece right now. And it also comes with something very cool, which is a sitting down section. This is her legs crossed over and with the skirt that fits. And you can put her legs into these ones and she can be in a nice sitting pose. Very cool. I'll go ahead and change those out in a little bit to show you guys what that looks like. All right, here's Ritsuka, and she is on her way wherever she's going, and she looks a little bit more upset than she did before with this little determined look. I think, let's see, turn that light down a little bit, but with the dynamic looking skirt in that face, I think she definitely looks a little bit more ready to be engaged in sports or in violence. But I also put her backpack on. That pegs into her back slot, which means that you can't use a stand on her, except for that one actually does have a slot for a stand. So they thought of that, and they actually included a special stand attachment for that goes up and in here from underneath. So like that. Very cool. The other stand that they give you is this one here, which normally plugs into where the backpack is plugged in. That also leads me to talk about the stand, because I didn't yet. And these ones are puzzle piece themed, like Madoka's. So that one will plug right into the other SST girls that you already have. And then you'll have a multiple display, which is kind of neat. And with Ritsuka sitting down like this, she looks awful comfortable on this bed here, which is pretty cool, actually, considering the engineering on this one. It's pretty smooth, in my opinion. So you got a nice ability to take a seat and relax, where a lot of the musume gals that are out there, they don't really have the ability to sit squarely or comfortably. It kind of looks like you're stretching them or pulling their hips out of joint and moving them in a way a human normally wouldn't do. I can show you an example with her very own legs that they include, but bear in mind this is a bare set and she doesn't really have anything on besides underwear. And so sitting that there like that, you can see the body doesn't really move into a proper shape. And if you add on to that the skirt, it looks even less realistic, because obviously the skirt isn't fabric, it just pulls up, and then you wouldn't be able to join her upper body with the lower body. All right, and so now I'm going to go ahead and do some size comparisons. Of course, I can't do a size comparison without my GBN base Gundam, and you can tell right away that she is quite a bit bigger than him. Not terribly out of the question, but there is some size disparity there. Next up is our Alto from 30 Minute Missions line. This is a rather small guy, but there he is compared to her. The first of the Kotobukiya brethren. Here is Jinrai. They're right along the same height. Pretty impressive there, Ritsuka. Another Kotobukiya must Architect. They look like they could be sisters. Architect's actually a little bit shorter than her. Now, these are non-scale, but I definitely believe that frame arms are closer to 110. So either Ritsuka is a very tall high school girl, or she's a rather short lady. And then there's my Megami device, which, in my opinion, is closest to 112 scale. She is a little bit shorter than Ritsuka here. Here she is beside my 124. Bianco barely comes up to her thigh highs there. And the king of my size comparisons, Alex Gundam. Let me go ahead and put him on this side. But yeah, he's quite a big guy. So he kind of gives her a little run for her money. And I have the only other model kit line that I know of that's in 110 scale. And this is Huangzhang from the MS General line. And she's in 110 scale. Very same as Ritsuka here. She doesn't want to stand up. Hold on. Get her foot pressed down. There you go. Now, Ritsuka's still a high schooler, so maybe she has time to grow in, but Huang Zhang here is definitely a big gal. So I think that's something to be said more about Huang being huge than Ritsuka being small. I will add that I obviously need to do a review for Huang Zhang. She has been long overdue, but she is very large and it's a very big kit. And I don't really have the room just now, but I will clean up the storage here and make room for a review for that very large kit. With all that said though, Ritsuka here is definitely a win in my book. I think she is such a cute model kit. I think that her looks, her styling, her very detailed uniform is a definite must in the SST line. I think if you cross over some of the gals from Frame Arms, you can have a lot of fun mixing and matching what your kits look like. And everyday clothes is something that you don't really get with Frame Arms girls except for bathing suits. Hopefully that changes in the future, but something like this would definitely be nice to see them in. So the ability to change them out into these clothes and have it work is very nice. But even on her own here, if you're just starting collecting, I think Ritsuka here is a good starting point for the SST line. Madoka was very fun. I won't say that she wasn't, but this one is, I think, a very beautiful kit. And I think a lot of love was put into the engineering on this one. So with all that out of the way, I will say thank you very much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Or you'll see me, but more than likely you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.